And I've decided to close out the week that I want to play Handlaw. This is my main deck. I want to play it. I have no quests that are going to be... Well, I think I have one quest to win with any class. So yeah, play what you want to play. And damn, that found a match quickly. Damn. The good news for people who just watch all of our videos and not just certain series, although these are always a little bit less viewed than other ones, which is fine. I don't put much effort into them either, if we're being totally honest. It's easier just to sit down, click record, and play a game of Hearthstone than it is to play through a full game and stuff. But the new game capture's here. I have not yet tested it. I intend to today, but that's nice. So we'll presumably have Persona this weekend, as long as I can record it by the time tomorrow happens. I think I can. And then it should be smooth sailing the rest of the week. In fact, now we have the capability of doing 1080p and 60 frames per second, which we didn't before. So that's pretty sexy.
What you want?
Pretty sexy card back, if you know what I'm saying. I think we just tap here. You could coin out the Imp Gang boss, and that's fine. But then it gets Shadow Word Pained, and you just feel very stupid, and it's just a whole thing. I don't like the whole thing. And this is the other reason. Priest very often in the early turns just sits there and heals themselves because there's no other option that matters. And you have to feel sorry for them. If this gets Shadow Worded, it gets Shadow Worded. That's okay. We're set up for a nice 4/9 Twilight Drake next turn, so... And of course, 4-attack minions, the bane of priests. Neither Shadow Word can touch them. Alright. I don't know what he has in his hand or what's happening, but it's either a really high-end curve or he's... I don't know. Not much concerns us right now. Even like Circle of Healing or something wouldn't be that devastating. We could just trade with it with Power Overwhelming, but that is part of our endgame combo. It feels a little selfish, so I think we're just going to trade. And beefy minions out. This is pretty good. We actually have a Stranglehold on the board, and that's not really this deck's purpose. It can. Going second, especially with those two particular cards, Imp Gang Boss and Twilight Drake, really help with making that happen. We're just going to go ahead and do this. We could like Power Overwhelming the Twilight Drake to trade with it, but... might as well just stay on curve. If he's playing one big thing, we can play one big card. And now we have to start being mindful of the damage we have in hand. We got 4 from the Arcane Golem, we got 4 from Power Overwhelming, we got 3 from Dark Bomb. That's 11. We got 9 on the board, that's 20. So we do not quite have lethal, which is unfortunate. So we'll just play this. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And now we'll play the waiting game. Unfortunately, we don't have lethal in hand if he somehow manages to clear our board, which I don't know how he does that, but... Light Bomb? It's not clear. Light Bomb doesn't do it. It leaves all but one thing alive. And spawns 2 1/1 imps. So, we'll just... do the simplest approach. It's not exact lethal, which is my fault. I should have done Dark Bomb instead. I messed up. Yeah, ride that win streak, baby. You know what, the hell with it. Let's do one more. We'll finish the quest. See if we can ride the win streak. I like this deck, and that was super fast. These videos already come in at like 7 to 10 minutes sometimes. That probably would have been more like 5. And I'm not about that. I'm not about wasting your time as a viewer. So the one big question mark that I have to test with the new game capture thing is, does it work with the HDMI splitter I have right now? Because neither the PS3 nor the PlayStation TV lets you record through them because Sony was like, "Oh my god, copyright infringement." Because I don't know, like you don't have other ways to record, say, Netflix streaming or something. I don't know. Very antiquated, and you'll notice the PS4 doesn't do it. The splitter I have already worked with the PlayStation TV. I've been using it for Persona and for Tales of Hearts, so it shouldn't be a big deal. But I gotta make sure.
Injured?
Otherwise, both the series that we're working on right now won't work. Now, there are some new stuff coming out that we will be recording with the newer systems. We haven't done it a ton. We had a little bit of PS4 for when we did the You Don't Know Jack / Jackbox Party Box thingy, Party Pack, the Fibbage and all that stuff. But let's just say there may or may not be more NBA coming. There may or may not be a certain new Tales game coming. Possibly something else. Stay tuned. Imp Gang Boss, or now it's Mortal Coil. We can always tap. There's a Twilight Drake. Another 4/9 we get to play next turn. And always got his little cleric showing, which we can keep taking little 1 damage per turn. That's fine. That's okay. I actually don't remember that card from the TGT spoilers. It's kind of neat. A 3/3 for 3 that also pays dividends down the road. Now, I could just Hellfire, but that seems very silly. I'd rather actually get a creature on the board. And then maybe it gets silenced and killed or some such, but that's okay. That was a very good chance we just Hellfire. Is there a better way to do this? I don't think so. The Shadow Flame. Seems good. If I didn't already have 2 things to heal in my hand, I'd be a little bit worried about my health, but still it's early and it's a priest who isn't known for great burst damage. Best way a priest does burst damage is either by taking your stuff or by doing nonsensical inner fire, double their health, what is that, spirit thingy, whatever. That's how they get there, but I don't think that's going to be the case here. Get 2 lovely creatures out there, and if they both get shadow worded, then we'll just know it was destiny. But it'll protect our sludge belchers later, even if that were to happen. There's 1. Are we going for twosies? Is it the dream? See? You thought I was crazy. Always planning from the worst case scenario. No, I just know. Oh, we're going face, huh? Okay. So we have no more of those to worry about. So let's do this first. See what pops out. Ha! Nice. That could end up causing problems for us down the road, but for the time being, it means we have every liberty to swing for the face. Now, despite the fact that we haven't drawn a ton, we actually have a slight advantage on both board and in hand, so... And all of this is really just an appetizer for our endgame combo.
Is someone injured?
Alright. What do we want to do about our buddy there with a 4/7? I think we're just going to put up a Belcher. We can always silence the second one when it appears, so that's not a huge problem.
My eyes are open.
We could also do the Drake, but I think we're going to do that. That was a mistake. Whoops. That's why I don't often use the Earthen Ring Farseer like that. Didn't think about it, gave him a free card. That's why sometimes competitive Hearthstone can be frustrating to watch, because understandably the players are taking their time to make sure each turn is optimal. I do not blame them for that whatsoever, especially when they're playing for, you know, money. But it doesn't make it all that much fun either. Dr. Boom. Well, what do we have here? 4, 7, 10, 13, 17, 20. We do not quite have lethal, do we? Get a lot done by Shadow Flaming, though.
I wonder.
Or we could just do the usual. And we can say, okay, you gotta clear my entire board and hope that I don't. We're gonna tap too. Explosion. We're looking for any of our other cards that would help us towards lethal. Arcane Golem. All sorts of stuff. Now the Belcher is the only thing between us and his life. But that's okay. It's hard to see him getting through that. I guess he could, like...
Is someone injured?
Where's it coming from here? Holy Nova? Doesn't have it. Could have Holy Nova and maybe gotten through. It would have done 2, and he's got another 13, but the math just doesn't work. He has to do a lot of work to keep us from killing him. Especially with Power Overwhelming in hand and Hellfire. Basically, if any minion lives through this turn, he's dead. Bombs everywhere.
Quickly.
We are kind of fortunate he didn't have Holy Nova, because that would have made things a little more complicated. I still think he was dead, but he would have been back to 10. He would have gotten a draw from the North Shard Cleric. It was a whole thing. As it is, it's pretty simple to just go for
Well played.
quick. Oh! Our manners! Damn it, now we look like an asshole. Anyways, that's Hearthstone for the week. Sorry for the interruption of at least one of the series, and hopefully I get to the weekend and I'm not like, hey, I'm back, Persona didn't work, tee-hee. But we should be resuming a regular schedule by next week, and if not, well, I'm going to have to figure something out, because that's not acceptable. Anyways, thank you for watching.